I must confess that the last time I was deep in the bush in Australia.
Yes?
I ended up deep in bush in Australia.
Booyah!
Good to see you, old boy.
Yeah.
How was Kenya?
I love Kenya. Absolutely adore the place, you know. It's so important to protect them, you know.
Oh, yes.
The few untouched tribes left.
Indeed.
Yes, and while we're on the subject, I've got something of a confession to make.
Oh, dear.
While I was down there, I caught the attention of a young Maasai woman.
You didn't?
She took me for an exotic, sophisticated Superman of sorts and developed something of a liking to me.
Well, isn't that always the way?
Yes, it is. And it was quite awful, Gerald. She came down to my hut wearing nothing but a fertility headdress and carrying a husband stick. And, oh, I had to participate in the custom.
Well, you'd be morally irresponsible if you did not participate in the custom. You could destroy the entire social structure.
Oh, I felt so terrible about what
Of course
happened.
you did, Gerald.
I felt terrible 7 times.
Dreadful. But you know, Gerald, I too have a confession.
Do tell.
Remember several years ago when I went to the Amazon?
Yeah.
Yes, well, I accidentally packed a lighter in my satchel.
Oh, my.
Yes, well, one day I absentmindedly lit the flint and the entire village took me for a god.
Oh, no.
Yes, every sundown, as I was being filleted by all the young women of the village, which is the local custom, I felt completely embarrassed by the entire affair.
I can only imagine in some vivid detail, but you can't deny the local custom.
You absolutely cannot deny the local customs. You cannot deny the local customs.
You
One
can't
thing you
deny
must do is adhere to the local customs.
Can't deny the local
You must adhere to the local customs.
You can't
The
deny
local
the
customs.
local
People must adhere to the local customs.
Local customs must
Do the
not
local
be
customs.
denied.
It's the least one can do.
It all reminds me of the time I was in Papua New Guinea, and I introduced the local tribe to the French term ménage à trois. After that evening, a couple of the local men called me Papua.
Oh, dear. Whoops-a-daisy.
Whoopsie-daisy indeed. It's getting harder and harder to protect the local tribes from the influence of the outside civilization.
I know exactly what you mean, old boy.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I must confess that the last time I was deep in the bush in Australia.
Yes?
I ended up deep in bush in Australia.
Booyah!
Well, where are you off to now, old boy?
I'm off to Tanzania.
Tanzania. Make sure that you go during an eclipse, because then everyone will want to have sex with you. Regrettably, a tiddly titty tum tum tit mouse tam.
Do you think you're a sexist?
Much to my chagrin, yes, I am.
You are, huh?
I am. I try not to be, but I am.
That's good that you know that.
Oh, yeah.
Because if anything, I'm sexist against men. We sexualize women as soon as possible.
It's the first thing we do. I took a women's studies class in college, and we were in a discussion with the professor talking about...
You got in that women's studies class, dog.
No, Jordan.
I know what you're doing, Dwight. Yeah. Get a little extracurriculars.
Oh, my God.
We got to do... anybody want to work on this project at my house afterwards? That's some nice shit, dog.
What if we told y'all that once a month, half the human race is in pain?
And the other half don't want to hear about it. I'm Shaboots Michael.
I'm T-Ray Tombstone.
Welcome to Menstruation Orientation.
Oh, no, you don't.
Now, we know you don't want to hear about it.
But they don't want to have it, so sit your ass down and listen for once in your life.
Today, we're going to talk to all you men about what happens to your women when they're on their periods and why it's important to be sensitive to that.
Don't say chillax, relax, calm down, and how come?
Don't say ass, fat, grumpy, or cranky.
They ain't cranky.
They got blood coming out of their vaginas, yo.
That's some biblical plague, yo.
That would be like once a month if you had locusts flying out of your for a week.
Your ass wouldn't be cranky.
Your ass would be like,
oh! What's happening?
So be nice to your when they bleeding. If you ain't getting them,
get the out their way.
They got cramps.
They got headaches.
They got weight gain.
And every time they pee, it's like the shining in the toilet.
Be supportive.
Be empathetic.
But whatever you do not try to solve it.
Don't even bring that up.
When women be hanging out together, their periods will sync up.
Vaginas be communicating.
They got their own vagina language. Talking about... If you find yourself around a group of women and they all have a backache,
Back away slowly. What's that in your pocket there, Shaboots?
Recognize this mother.
That ain't space dynamite.
That's a tampon.
Learn what your has to go through.
First, you put this piece in your vagina. Then you push this part into the first piece. Sweet. Then you throw this part away. Do that several times a day for a week, every goddamn month.
It's the worst thing ever, all the time.
It's much worse for them than it is for you to hear about it.
And periods is important. That's how the body gets rid of the old eggs so it can cook up them new ones.
So listen to what's going on with your female emotionally and get your
some chocolate. Don't call her a but
get your
some chocolate.
Yeah. Chocolate, 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 chocolate,